you're a software engineer or computer science student, let's go for a walk. A lot of you are feeling stressed or overwhelmed that you're not cut out for being a software engineer. Whether you're just starting out or you've been in the field for a few years. A lot of people feel like they're dumb, or that they're not just cut out for being it because they're not smart enough. Well, I wanted to hop on here and tell you that you are smart enough. I started my journey from being in the military. I was an intel in the Air Force, and I went straight from the military to being a software engineer. I had no degree, I had no certificates, I had nothing to show for myself other than just hard work and perseverance. So I went and I got my first job, and I was the only software engineer that worked there. But the other guys that I worked with, they all had doctorates, they all had degrees, they were all very intelligent guys. Now I would assume that you probably felt the same way as I did when you work with people like that. You feel like, well, what the hell am I doing here? I'm, the new guy on the block, or I don't have the degrees that they have, or I don't have the experience that they have, so I'm not capable of doing this job. Or you get overwhelmed with all the expectations and things that you're supposed to know, and you just can't keep up because it just feels like it's too much. Well, let me just tell you, first off, take a deep breath. Just relax for a minute. The best software engineers and the guys who are really good at their job are not the ones who are understanding or who are diving deep into every single language or framework or library or piece of technology that's out there. The guys who are really good at one thing. These are the guys that companies lean on when shit hits the fan, and they know that there's one guy that they're going to reach out to, and it's this guy. Cleanup crew. It's the guys who step in when shit goes wrong. Hop on here to help you guys understand that you are completely capable of being a software engineer, whether you've been in the field for a few years or you're just getting started, in college, or you're in your internship. You are completely capable of doing it, and it's completely normal to feel overwhelmed or that you can't do it. But I wanted to hop on here to tell you that you can, and what you need to do is you need to direct your. Now, how do you know where to direct your focus? Well, what I'll tell you is that depending on if you guys are in the company that you work at, focus on the tech and the one thing that your company is currently working on. And then in your side projects, build your side projects in the language or the technologies that you guys currently use. Do not get distracted or look at the shiny object syndrome